get married, they have to go outside of the village?
Yeah.
Really? They cannot like do wedding here?
This is Umoja Estate, a village made by women for only women. My friends Joe, Peter and I traveled up north of Kenya to see and tell the story of this village that we had so heard about. Was it true? A village that only consisted of women? A village where no men were allowed? Well, let's find out. Welcome to the room, guys. We are staying at Simba Lodge and oh wait, I see elephants right over there. Can you all see them? The elephant is right there. I want to give a huge thank you to Mandevu Safaris for organizing this trip. I'm so excited to go to the village today. We're gonna go speak to the women. Wow, my alarm is ringing at this time. It's a village where there is only women who stay there, so I'm pretty excited to tell you guys more about it. For now, let's go eat because I'm so hungry, and then we'll continue with the adventure. How okay, Cindy? I want to see you. You guys ain't allowed in. So guys, we have just arrived at the village and we came to actually ask for permission to film and everything, and permission granted, and so we're going to leave now. We're gonna go for a quick game drive at Samburu National Park, and then we're gonna come back here tomorrow to tell you guys the entire story of Umoja Women Institute. This thing is very real, guys. It's an actual village. Like, it's not something made up. It's a village which consists entirely of women. So yeah, that's the plan. We woke up bright and early the next morning and headed to the village. We didn't go empty-handed either. When living in a remote village, we thought it would be nice to fill the car with essential food and items that the woman would need on the daily. So as I mentioned earlier, this village is called Umoja Village, and I don't know if you guys understand the intensity and the power of the word Umoja. So Umoja in Swahili, which is the official language in Kenya, means unity, and the fact that these women have all come together to support each other as a community in one unit just is incredible. The Umoja village is a rather unique one, a village where men are not allowed. It started as a sanctuary to a few women and today has grown to shelter over 40 women who survived sexual assault, rape, domestic violence and/or early child marriage. The women do not entirely isolate themselves entirely from neighboring villages or the world as a whole, but rather have built themselves as a accessible, safe haven matriarch community that allows them to lead a life of respect and peace. Yo, tell me, what are you guys doing here? This is a women-only village.
We are here with you.
Oh, you're filming?
You're our bodyguard. You're recording?
Yeah, it's on.
Sure?
Yeah.
You're our bodyguard. You're our bodyguard. You will take care of us today.
Okay, let's go. So here, guys, we have Lucy, who is one of the women at the village, and she's going to give us a brief explanation on the history about Umoja and everything about it. So let's begin.
So welcome to Umoja Women. Umoja means coming together as a united. It started in 1990 with only 7 women. The women came here and the group increased from 7 women to 48 women now.
Why you guys started this movement? Like, you don't want men, why? What's happening?
So you know, the first women, they were raped by the British Army.
British Army?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, their husbands have already known that they have already raped. So from the time they went back home, they were taught to go away because they have already raped by the men. So they came here, Rebecca was talking to them, the founder, the way they can fight for their rights as women.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
You don't like men?
I don't like. The men are not good people.
So you're not gonna get married, or if you wanna get married, you have to go outside for the...
So when I want to be married, I just go out.
Out. So what if man comes to here? What you guys do? You kick him out?
Yeah, for the men, if they will try to come and disturb you, the police here, they don't assist. So the best thing we do, we just cut some sticks, we beat him.
You fight?
We beat him. After there, we call the judge.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
You're amazing. So anyone can join? Any girls?
Yeah. We support girls who escape from early marriages. We protect them because an old man comes to your father. He tells him that I like your daughter, so I want to marry her. So from there, when your father saying that you are going to be married, it's a must.
Yeah.
It's rules in Samburu culture. Being forced to be married by an old grandfather. So you just escape from your home, you come here. Then we protect you.
But you guys do everything alone? You don't
Yeah.
need man?
We don't need men.
So you guys built this entire house yourself?
Yeah, this is a work for the women. The third one is the Kigot song, and it's for the ladies. They teach the young girls how to dance so that when they will be married, they go to another community, they will not be ashamed that they doesn't know how to dance. So that's for the ladies.
So if they want to get married, they have to go outside of the village?
Yeah.
Really? They cannot like do wedding here?
Peter is trapped now. Peter, ain't no way you're getting out of that, bro. Finish him.
Tangaja?
Changu kubwa.
Sio kubwa. Sasa kitambaa.
Wow, this is so pretty. Guys, I have the full attire on and it's so beautiful. Look at these colors. They're so vibrant. I love this.
This is the Samburu house. We always renew them after 8 months. But we didn't renew them in these years because our cows were stolen by Turkana people. We had to bring some cow dung. Then we mix with mud. Then we start making the house.
Okay. Can you show us your house inside?
Yeah.
Lighting condition here.
So this is a Samburu sitting room. This is bedroom and this is also bedroom. This is kitchen.
This is a kitchen.
So guys, this is where the elder women sleep. This is the kitchen and that's where the kids.
This is for a mother and a small child.
Oh, mother and small child. And then the kitchen is here and then there.
It's for the children.
Oh, the children sleep in the reception. So guys, we have just met 3 ladies. One is called Lucy, Rose and Rosaline, who have shared with us some of their stories. I think some of them have like really deep stories which are very emotional for them, which is why they don't want to entirely open up and tell us what happened, which is completely understandable. So now we're gonna go and tour the village and see everything that they've built for themselves and how they live, etc, etc. There's a guy, right?
You need a man.
Yes, there's a guy who's sleeping right there. Lucy, why is there a guy sleeping over there? There.
He's looking after the garden.
He's looking after the garden. You kind of still need men.
No, after he finished to do his work, he go away.
Okay.
Hata mkituchukia bado mtatuhitaji tu.
Huh?
Men not allowed.
Men, yeah, men are not allowed. But did you see the guy who was there?
Yeah, I think he's protecting secretly
No, they've hired him
to protect the village.
to protect the garden, to take
Oh, the
care of the
garden.
garden, the vegetables.
It's need a man for this.
Men do the dirty work, that's what I was telling you.
But this is protecting.
How do you feel, Joe, about this village? Like, what's your thought on it?
I feel it's good, really, in a certain way. I feel this village is really good in a certain country in the world, where really girls need to be away from men. But not everywhere. Like some girls are really like they don't have any rights sometimes, and they need this place.
Hi! Look at how excited these kids are. Mama, give me five. Give me five. Wangu hey. Mimi mama yenu. Sina tena nguvu. Kuwa Simba. Simba ni mkali. Aliua mama. Akaua baba. Watoto wangu wako wapi? The incredible thing about giving these kids sweets and seeing them all coming running just for a sweet just reminds you how little things in life make such a huge difference, and we should really just appreciate everything that we have in our lives. I love it. I love these kids. Oh, and over here when you enter the village, that's where you have the women's market, and all these beadwork they have done by hand, and they sell to the tourists who come here and visit the village, so it's pretty cool. Lucy, who's been taking us around the whole day, and these are all the jewelry that she is selling. So we have things like bangles, necklaces. Look at this, the colors, guys, it's so beautiful. How would this look? Super cute. I can see myself wearing like a pure white dress and then just rocking this necklace. So guys, I'm still at the village, and 3 hours ago I posted this photo on my Instagram stories asking you guys your thoughts about this woman-only village and if you guys had any questions. So we're gonna go through the questions that you guys left for me, and I'm gonna answer them as best as I can. So some pretty interesting questions that you guys have dropped in. A lot of them have to do with how do the women satisfy their sexual needs. So I don't know if I put it in the video or not, but Lucy mentioned earlier that if any woman wants to be with a man or wants to have a baby, they're completely allowed to leave the village and go to the neighboring villages which the men are present, and you can go and live there with your man, procreate, do whatever you need to do, and then if you don't want to be there anymore, you're more than welcome to come back and live here. So the village has a strict rule about no man. So if you have a boyfriend or any man, you're not allowed to bring him here. Somebody asked what happens to their kids that are boys. A very good question. I actually asked this as well. So she said that if they have boys and they get older, they just leave the village. Alukat asked, can anyone join them like Arabs, or they have to be a Samburu woman? I think you have to be part of the community. I mean, if you're willing to come and stay here in a village, I don't think they would say no to it. But if a new woman wants to join the village, they have a meeting, the elderly of the woman come together, you say your problems, why you want to join, etc., etc., and then they either accept you or not. And also you have to accept the rules that the village has. Queen Rufo, is this for real, Rafiki? There's no single man in that village, like for real, for real. Yes, it's a real thing, and it's actually happening, as you guys have seen throughout the video. And if you guys are not following me on Instagram, make sure to follow me there, Farhana_Oberson. Before I forget, I do want to give out one last shout out to Mandevu Safaris for organizing this for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys. They have safaris all across Kenya, and a lot of the safaris are halal, so you don't have to worry about food or anything else. Rafikis, that brings us to the end of the video. I would love to know what you guys think about a women-only village where no men are allowed. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and see you guys in the next one. Say bye, James.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah.